Hi everybody, my name is McKenna. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to do a 60-minute power vinyasa flow that's really geared for all levels, so whether it's your first or your 100th yoga class, I hope you enjoy. This class is really geared at opening up the muscles that tend to get tight when we're sitting all day, whether we're working from home, working at a desk, working at the couch. No matter what, we're going to open up the hips, the shoulders, the chest, and then we're really going to strengthen the muscles that are integral for good posture. So strengthening the muscles in our spine and our core. And as far as props go, you don't really need anything. If you'd like to have a block or something that's like a block, whether it's a folded up blanket or a pillow, a stack of books, any of those things will work as well, but again, not necessary, maybe just nice to have. That being said, I'm really excited for our practice today, and I'll meet you on your mats. So we will go ahead and get started in child's pose. At the back of your mat, bring your big toes to touch and knees out to about the width of your mat. If your hips are tight, maybe a little narrower. Set your hips down on your heels and then lower your forehead down to the mat in front of you. Arms extend out long. Just starting to open up through the back side of the body, through the hips. And then once you find a comfortable place, start to draw your attention to your breath. Breaths in through the nose, and breaths out through the mouth. And now if you're feeling a nice stretch through your triceps and your shoulders here, you can stay here. I'll offer you a few different variations that might help to increase that stretch if you'd like. The first is to come up to your finger pads. So finger pads of all 10 fingers pressed down into the mat. Wrists lift up. So you'll notice your elbows lift as well. From here, press your shoulders down so that you feel your lats, the muscles under your armpits on the sides of your body stretching, as well as your triceps. If you'd like a little more, you can place your elbows back down on the mat and bring your hands to reverse prayer by connecting your palms and then pressing your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Bend your elbows, and you'll notice a really nice stretch through the triceps. Good. 2 more slow breaths here, in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Biggest breath yet, really expanding through the rib cage, inhale. And an open mouth, exhale. And now seal your lips, constrict the muscles at the back of your throat, breathe in through your nose. And an ujjayi exhale through your nose. Adding some texture, adding some warmth to our breath, and allowing this breath, our ujjayi pranayama, to guide us through our practice, to anchor our attention to our breath and our breath to our body. Full breath in. Ujjayi exhale. And if your arms are in any variation, release your palms down to the mat to a neutral child's pose. And on a breath in, roll forward to a tabletop position, shoulders stacked over wrists, hips over knees. And then starting to engage the core right away. Press all 10 fingers down into the mat and then draw your palms back. Press your shins down and draw them forward. So you should really feel your belly button pulling back towards your spine. And from here, we'll take cat-cows. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, press your chest forward, draw your shoulders back. Good. This is called an anterior tilt in our tailbone. And this will come back throughout our practice. Inhale. Exhale, cat pose, round through your spine, tuck your chin to your chest, chest draws towards your thighs. This is a posterior tilt, so rounding through the spine and core engaged, posterior tilt. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Nice. And now from here, inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Press through your palms to draw your chest closer to your thighs. Pointer fingers are pointing directly at the top of your mat. And now this may be your first down dog of the day, so you can start to bend one knee And then the other, shifting your weight from your right foot to your left. Starting to open through the hamstrings. And then even as your knees bend, still drawing the chest closer towards your thighs, opening through the shoulders. Good. Now find some stillness. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, Ragdoll Pose, little tiny steps until your feet land behind your wrists, maybe a little wider than hips width distance. Bend your knees, let your belly rest on your thighs, and then let your head dangle down, grab for opposite elbows in front of you, or option to interlace your fingers at the nape of your neck, and gently press your chin closer to your chest. You'll feel a little more opening through the muscles that run along your spine. Let your torso sway to the right and to the left. And then come back to center, release the hands down to the ground. Now plant your left palm down in the center of both your feet, bend through your left knee, right leg is straightened. Inhale, reach your right fingertips up high, gaze is up towards the right fingertips. You can roll out your wrist one direction then the other. Oftentimes when we're sitting at a desk all day, our wrists and the muscles in our forearms tend to get a little tight, so take this moment to stretch them out. Inhale. And exhale, right fingertips come down, and they switch places with the left. Right knee bends, left leg straightens. Inhale, reach your left fingertips up high. Chest opens towards the ceiling. And again, rolling out the wrists. One direction, then the other. Wiggling the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, left fingertips down to the mat. Now heel toe your feet into touch. Small sliver of space between the heels. Spine is round. Inhale, slowly rise up. One vertebra stacks on top of the other until you arrive in a standing position. Shrug your shoulders up, back, down, and around. Exhale, Samastitihi. Hands come to heart center, and eyes gently close, or you can turn your gaze down. And just taking this moment to recollect our breath, recenter ourselves, recenter our attention. Take a full breath in. And an open mouth exhale. Releasing anything that you don't need to carry with you in your practice today. Take a full breath in. And an Ujjayi exhale through the nose. Nice. And now we'll begin to flow. Release your hands down by your sides and blink open your eyes. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your fingertips up, spin your pinkies in, hold and breathe. Now this is a really active posture. So drive the outside edges of your feet down and away from one another. You'll feel your outer glutes engage. And then just like we did in cat pose, bring a posterior tilt into your tailbone. So drawing the hip points up towards the low ribs. Good, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to reverse prayer. Palms touch, thumbs come to the nape of your neck. Squeeze your triceps towards your ears. Inhale, baby back bend. Lift your chest up first, and then bend from just below your shoulder blades. Hips press forward, thighs are engaged. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, hinge forward at your hips. Rest your fingertips down. Chin tucks to chest and spine rounds. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms press to your shins or your thighs. Reach the crown of your head forward. Shoulder blades pull closer towards one another behind you. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms. Step your feet back hip width distance. Hold and breathe. So again, just like in cat pose, posterior tilt in the tailbone. Hip points draw up towards the ribs. There might be a slight rounding through your spine. That's okay. Press your spine up between your shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down onto your belly. Toes are untucked. Palms are underneath the shoulders. Squeeze your ankles together. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Lift your chest up. Drive your feet down. Little to no weight in your palms. You could almost lift them and you'd stay where you are. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Now we're going to take 2 more to start to warm up the muscles that run along our spine. Inhale, Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. Highest one yet. Inhale, Bhujangasana, elbows squeeze in. Exhale, lower down. Now tuck the toes. Inhale, high plank or tabletop, press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. A few breaths here. Just noticing how already the back line of your body has started to open even further. And then inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana, rise up. Exhale, hands come to reverse prayer. Inhale, baby back bend. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, high plank, palms plant, toes step back. Now from here, lower down onto your forearms, so elbows are directly under shoulders this time, heels stacked over toes. And you're going to hold here while I demonstrate a few variations of Chaturanga Dandasana or high to low plank. So hold here while I demonstrate. Chaturanga Dandasana has a few different variations that I welcome you to take throughout class that may suit your body at different times. The first is the full variation. Beginning from high plank, we'll shift forward so that the shoulders come over your fingertips, and then exhale, lower down so that your shoulders are in line with your elbows. Triceps squeeze in towards your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet meet the mat. Chest presses forward, and shoulders draw back. Inhale, and then you'll roll back to down dog. The second variation is again beginning from high plank, but this time you'll drop down onto your knees. And then exhale, lower, down, kind of like a tricep push-up. And then we come up to up dog, just the same. And the last variation is simply to hold high plank all the way through low plank and up dog, and go straight back to down dog. Now you should still be in forearm plank. Your abs may be hurting. Take one more breath in. And then exhale, lower the hips down to Spinks Pose. Elbows are directly under shoulders, toes are untucked. Gaze is forward. Press your forearms down and back, opening through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, right ear draws towards right shoulder. Gaze turns slightly up to open through the left side of your neck. Inhale, head comes through center. And exhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Keep drawing that right shoulder down. And then head comes back through center. Tuck the toes, inhale. Exhale, forearm plank, press up, hold for just a second. And then press your palms down, lift back up to downward facing dog. Nice job. And we're just going to flow through our Sun A one more time. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, hands come to reverse prayer. Inhale, little back bend. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, any variation of your choosing. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Good, and now we're going to move on, but before we do, draw your attention to your hips and notice what your hips are doing. Just like in cow pose this time, we're going to bring an anterior tilt into the pelvis. So press your tailbone straight up towards the ceiling. You'll notice a greater stretch in your hamstrings. Nice. Inhale, gaze forward. And then exhale, step or float to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Knees bend 90 degrees, fingertips sweep up. Good, hold and breathe. Press your inner thighs together, and then see if you can press your hips down so they're in line with your knees. You should be able to see all 10 of your toes. Press your thumbs up higher towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, drinking bird. Press your fingertips down. Maybe you even touch the ground. Reach them back behind you. Come to the ball mounds of your feet. Nice. So ankles are squeezing together. See if you can sit your hips down a little lower and heels lift a little higher. Draw your pinkies in towards one another. Triceps are engaged. Nice. And now inhale, Tadasana with a little straight arm back bend. So again, pressing up through the chest. Fingertips reach back. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Listen here, exhale, low lunge, left toes step back. So right foot is forward, left toes are back, 90-degree bend in the right knee. Left palm plants down. Inhale, easy twist. Right fingertips reach up. Chest reaches open towards the right side of the room. And the hips stay level down. You'll notice we're doing a lot of twists throughout class today. And this is to stretch the muscles through our back that sometimes get tight when we're sitting for long periods of time. Inhale. Now exhale, thread the needle. So reach your right arm over your right thigh and then underneath your left arm. You should feel a nice stretch through your right outer hip. Inhale, easy twist, right fingertips lift. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, easy twist. And now exhale, thread the needle, and then follow your fingertips so that your chest falls between your legs. Toes point towards the left side of the room for a wide leg forward fold. Your torso is dangling down between your legs, and you should feel a nice stretch along your calves, along your hamstrings, allowing the low back to round. And at any point in time to increase the stretch across your hamstrings, bring that anterior tilt into your pelvis, just like in cow pose. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift in your spine. Exhale, fold back down. And then inhale, star pose for just a moment. Heels come slightly in, toes turn out, fingertips reach up, and then take up a lot of space. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two to the front of your room. Right toes point forward. Right heel is in line with the center of your left foot. Sit down low into your right knee. Chest is squared towards the side of the room, and fingertips reach to the front and back of the room. Nice. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right fingertips reach up and back. Left fingertips can be on the left leg, or you can take a half bind. Sit down a little lower in your right knee. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, other side. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Once again, hips sit down low, knees are bent, arms reach high. Now this time, see if you can bring your tailbone to tilt slightly down, and then lift your chest up high. So really engaging the muscles of your core to lengthen through your spine. Inhale. Exhale, drinking birds, fingertips reach down and back. Come to the ball mounds of your feet. Draw your pinkies closer together. So engaging those muscles underneath our shoulder blades. And then extending the crown of the head forward, shoulders reach back. Nice. Inhale, Tadasana, heels lower down, arms reach up. And then take that same little tiny straight arm back bend. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. This time, right toes step back. So left foot is forward, right toes are back. Plant the right palm down. Inhale, easy twist. Left fingertips reach up. And see if you can keep pressing the back side of your left palm towards the back of the room. Inhale. Nice. Exhale, thread the needle. Left fingertips reach over the left leg, underneath the right arm. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, thread the needle to wide leg forward fold. Toes pivot towards the right side of your mat. Torso dangles down between your legs. Keep letting your chest reach down towards the mat. And relax your jaw, relax your forehead. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, star pose, heels come in, toes go out. Fingertips reach up, take up space. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two to the front of the room. Left toes are pointing forward. Left heel is in line with the middle of your right foot. And fingertips extend as far away from one another as they can. Inhale, reverse warrior, left fingertips reach up. Little to no weight in that right hand. Reach your rib cage towards the front of the room. Inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And now we're going to flow through that, linking breath to movement, so getting a little quicker. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, Tadasana with a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, left toes step back, right foot is forward, left foot is back. Inhale, easy twist, right fingertips reach up. And then exhale, thread the needle to wide leg forward fold, facing the left side of the room. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, star pose. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, Tadasana with a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, low lunge, right toe step back, left foot is forward. Inhale, easy twist, left fingertips reach up. And exhale, thread the needle to wide leg forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. Inhale, reverse warrior, Viparita Virabhadrasana. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. All right, inhale, gaze forward. And then exhale, step or float through to a seat. And we'll meet in boat pose or Navasana. So resting on your tailbone. Heels are in line with knees. And extend your arms out. You can stay here. You can straighten your arms and legs. Either way you're going to hold, and I'm going to demonstrate for you the posture that we're going to work our way through. So as I mentioned, this is an all levels class, so I'll demonstrate a few variations. You're still in boat pose. we are going to make our way into tripod headstand from wide leg forward fold. So in our flow, we'll be in wide leg forward fold. And then you'll start to broaden your legs until the crown of your head meets the ground. And then place your palms in a place that's directly underneath your elbows. So the crown of your head and your hands forms an equilateral triangle. And from here, the first way to get up to tripod headstand is to bring your feet in and then press your knees into your triceps like a little shelf. Heels tuck in towards the glutes, and then using your core, draw your thighs into your low belly and extend your legs up. That's the first way. If you're still in boat, you're doing a great job. The second way is from wide leg forward fold, to float your feet up. So this requires a lot of core strength. Again, crown of the head meets the mat, and then you'll shift your weight forward, come to the very tips of your feet, of your toes, and then slowly your feet lift overhead, ankles come to meet overhead. And from here, we'll come down just the same way. Legs separate. Slowly float your feet back to the ground. And we'll meet in a wide leg forward fold. Good. So, from boat pose, we'll take one more breath in. Nice job, you guys. Inhale. And then exhale. Rest down. Whew. Full breath in. Full breath out. Nice. Now draw your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And we'll meet in a chair pose. You can rock and roll the length of your spine to gain momentum, or simply use your hands, and we'll meet here. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, Tadasana with a little back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, left toes step back. Right foot is forward, left foot is back. Inhale, easy twist, right fingertips reach up. And then exhale, thread the needle to wide leg forward fold. So this is where we're going to try out that tripod headstand. So adjust your body so that wherever your head lands is going to be on the mat. Extend your feet out until the crown of your head can reach the mat beneath you. Palms and the crown of your head form an equilateral triangle. The first way to get there is by bringing your feet closer to center. Place your knees on your triceps. Use the strength of your core to draw your thighs towards your belly, and then lift your feet up. Good. You've got about 2 more breaths to play around with tripod headstand on this side, and we'll meet in a wide leg forward fold whenever you're ready. And know that you've got another chance to try this when we flow through the other side. Good. From wide leg forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, star pose. And exhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reverse warrior, Viparita Virabhadrasana. Listen for the change here. Exhale, half moon. Shift your weight into your right foot, and then bring your right fingertips to meet the ground, a block, a blanket, anything of your choosing. And then reach your left fingertips up high. Flex your left toes towards your face. Use your outer glutes to lift your heel higher. And now perhaps using the strength of your core, you can lift your right fingertips off the ground. Maybe, you can bring your right palm to your heart center and take a half bind with your left forearm around your low back. Wherever you're at, we'll hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot lowers down. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, Tadasana with a little back bend. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, right toes step back this time. Inhale, easy twist. Exhale, thread the needle to wide leg forward fold. So this is your second shot at moving into tripod headstand. Shift your feet out to a width that the crown of your head can meet your mat. And perhaps you try floating up this time. So really pressing your palms down, engaging your triceps. Come to the ball mounds of your feet. And then maybe your feet lift up and ankles meet overhead. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale. And then exhale, wherever you're at. We'll meet in a wide leg forward fold. Ooh, nice job. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, reverse warrior, Viparita Virabhadrasana. Listen for the change. Exhale, half moon. Left fingertips come to the ground, to a block, to a blanket. Right foot lifts up. Right fingertips reach up. Pressing your chest open, perhaps turning your gaze towards the ceiling. Maybe engaging your core enough that your left fingertips can lift off the mat. Maybe left palm comes to your heart center, and take the half bind with your right forearm. Now, if you're shaking, that's okay. That means you're building strength in the ankle. Last 4. 3, keep the spine long for 2. And 1, gently step the right foot back. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good job. And now lower down to your knees. We'll take a child's pose. Knees out to the width of your mat. Arms extended forward. Forehead rests down. Just acknowledging the pace of your breath. And seeing how you can bring a little bit of stability back to that. Ironing out the breaths in and out through the nose. Good, now press your palms down. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. Moving on once again. Inhale, lift the right leg up high, toes flex down, hips are level. And then exhale, open up your hip. Bend your right knee, stack your right hip over the left. Equal weight is in both palms. Keep pressing your chest back and opening through the right hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Shift your weight forward. Shoulders are directly over wrists. See how high you can bring your knee on your tricep and your heel towards your glutes. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, right leg high. And now exhale, low lunge. Right foot steps through. Nice, and from here, inhale, Crescent Moon. Back knee lowers down. Shoulders stack over hips. And fingertips reach up. Whew. So you should feel a really nice stretch through the left hip flexor. Whew. Now from here, bend the left elbow. And then place your right hand on your left elbow. We'll take a lateral stretch with a tricep stretch. So start to bend into your right side body. And open up through the left tricep, the left armpit. You can turn your gaze to the left. Nice. Inhale. And then exhale, come through center and release the hands down. And now from here, it may be helpful to bend the side of your mat so that your knee can rest on top. We're going to move into a quadricep stretch. So start to bend your left knee until your left hand can capture your left ankle. And then perhaps the right hand catches as well. And then from here, just start to press your hips forward and draw your heel close to your glutes. Keep the chest nice and tall. Maybe just gently pulsing the hips forward and back until you find a really nice, comfortable place to stay. Inhale. And then exhale, release. If it feels good, you can keep your mat bent, or you can release it back. And then from here, we'll inhale. And exhale, half split, straighten the front leg. Flex your right toes towards your face. And then reach your chest towards your toes. So pull your right hip farther back. You should feel that increased stretch through your right hamstring. And then as we inhale, we straighten the spine. And as we exhale, we get a little deeper. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold deeper. Nice. Now from here, plant your left fingertips directly underneath your left shoulder. And then inhale, reach your right fingertips up. Now right away, you should feel a big stretch through your right IT band, that muscle that runs along the outer right side of your leg. Seeing if you can increase that stretch by reaching your right hand farther back and pulling your right hip farther back. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge, right knee bends, back heel, back knee lifts. And now from here, place your right palm on the inside of your right foot, and then lower your left heel down to the ground. Inhale, supported extended side angle, left fingertips reach up. So right palm is planted. If it feels better, you can place a block or a blanket or a stack of books underneath the right hand to elevate you a little bit. But really what we're focusing on is opening through the right inner thigh. So press your tricep into your knee and your knee into your tricep to make this an active stretch. Good. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana. Lower your hips towards your right ankle, and then bring your right toes to point at a 45-degree angle. Left toes are spinning up towards the ceiling, and this may be comfortable for you with your heel down, or if it's better, you can lift your right heel up. And then from here, just to increase the stretch in the hips, start to walk your fingertips forward at an angle, and let your head rest down, relaxing through the neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Nice. Now walk your fingers back towards you, and we'll return to a low lunge at the top of your mat. Inhale, high plank, right toes step back. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. Same thing, other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. And then exhale, scorpion your dog. Bend your left knee, stack your left hip over your right. Equal weight in both palms. Keep pressing your chest back. You may notice an opening through the right inner thigh. And then inhale, straighten the left leg back out. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Draw your knee as high up on your tricep as you can. Heel draws towards glutes. Toes point back. Shoulders are right over wrists. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last time, exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, left leg high. And exhale, low lunge. Good job. Inhale, Crescent Moon. Back knee lowers. Fingertips reach up. Just allowing the hips to drop down lower. Nice. And then from here, that same lateral stretch. So bend through your right elbow this time. Left hand captures your right elbow. And then start to bend through your left side body. Opening up through the right side body. Gaze turns towards the right side of the room. Nice. Inhale, come through center. And exhale, release your arms down. Whew. And now we'll take that same quad stretch. So again, it may benefit you or may feel better to fold your mat up and then bend through your right knee. Capture it with one or both hands. And then pull your heel closer to your glutes. Hips shift slightly forward. Roll your shoulders back. And then maybe pulsing the hips forward and back to find a really nice, comfortable place to stay for a few breaths. Allowing any tension to dissipate with each exhalation. And now release the foot back. Unfold the mat if you'd like. And then inhale, Crescent Moon. Exhale, half splits. Straighten through the front leg. Hips stack right over right knee. And flexing your toes towards your face. Pull your left hip farther back. And feel that pull through your hamstring. And then plant the right hand down right underneath the right shoulder. Inhale, lift your left fingertips up. So still stretching through that hamstring, still pulling that left hip back. But now changing the focus of the stretch to our IT band along the outer left side of our leg. Good. Inhale. And then exhale, low lunge. Hands frame the front foot. Back knee lifts. And now bring the left palm to plant inside the left leg. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, supported extended side angle. Right fingertips reach up. Peel your right hip back to stack over your left. Keep pressing your tricep into your knee and your knee into your tricep. Really good. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana. Lower your left hip close to your left ankle. Right toes spin up. And then again, you can keep your left heel planted. Maybe lift your left heel up, whatever feels good. And then we'll fold forward, just like we did on the other side. Walk your fingertips forward. Let your chest fall closer to the ground. This stretch can get pretty intense, so be sure to be gentle and be alert with what your body's telling you. Make any adjustments that feel better. And now slowly walk the hands back towards you, and we'll meet in a low lunge at the top. Inhale, high plank, and exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Whew. Good, moving on. Inhale, lift your right leg up high, starting to slow down, and exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist, right ankle towards your left wrist, and then scoot your left leg back. Walk your hands by your hips. Now I know for me, after sitting all day, this can be a really intense stretch, so be really gentle with your body. If it feels good to stay here, stay here. If you'd like to move into sleeping pigeon, you can start to walk your hands forward, maybe resting on your forearms, or perhaps extending your arms all the way out. And rest your forehead down. If any discomfort starts to make its way into your body, see if you can simply acknowledge it without responding, without resisting. Just feeling that spot in your body and seeing if you can come to terms with it as it is, as it exists. Using your breath to manifest stillness in your body. And now walk the hands back up, and then shift your weight over to your right hip. Swing your left leg out in front of you so that your right foot is at the inseam of your left thigh. Inhale, reach your hands up, twist your chest towards your left toes, and exhale, seated single leg forward fold, Janu Shavasana. Chest pulls towards the left knee. And then relaxing the jaw, relaxing the forehead. And knowing that your hands can really be anywhere. They could be on your foot, on your calf, your thigh, maybe even just resting down on the ground. Nice. I'll turn towards you so you can see what I'm doing. So now we are going to move into a revolved version of this. So bring your left forearm to the inside of your left leg. Reach your right fingertips up and spin your chest up towards the ceiling. So this could be where you stay if this feels like it's at a depth that's good for you, or perhaps you just lower your fingertips down until they perhaps reach your left foot, and really still using your obliques to twist open and feel that stretch through your right side body. Knowing that it's not about the way that it looks, it's about the way that it feels. Good. And now inhale, rise back up, and then make your way back to a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. And exhale, half pigeon. Bring your left knee towards your left wrist, left ankle towards your right wrist, and then scoot your right leg farther back. Bring your hands by your hips. Again, if it feels good to stay here, it may be different on this side than the last, that's okay. You can stay here if you'd like. Or maybe lower down onto your forearms, or extend your arms all the way forward. And if your mind starts to wander to a place that lies outside of your mat, just use the breath to draw it back in. Using the breath as an anchor to tie us to this moment that we can only truly experience as it is just once. Slowly rise back up to your palms. Shift your hips over to the left, and then reach your right leg out in front so the inside of your left foot is on the inseam of your right leg. Inhale, reach your hands up, pivot your chest towards your toes, and exhale, seated single leg forward fold, Janu Shavasana. Hands can be on the foot, on the calf, or anywhere that feels particularly good for you. Using the breath to explore the stretch, to make little tiny micro adjustments until this shape best fits on your body. And now moving into the revolved version of this stretch, place your right forearm inside of your right leg. Start to twist your chest open, and then reach the left fingertips up and over. Perhaps this is a deep enough stretch for you, just like this. Or perhaps you can reach your left fingertips down, grab onto the right toes, and start to twist open. Really expanding the rib cage away from the left hip and gazing over the left tricep. Final breath in here. And exhale, make your way back to a downward facing dog. Really good. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat, and then take a seat. Roll down onto your spine. And draw your knees into your chest, just giving yourself a quick hug. And then place the soles of your feet on the mat. We'll take bridge pose as our first back bend. Place your palms on the ground by your sides, and then drive your heels down first. Lift your hips up. Hold and breathe. An option to interlace your fingers underneath you if you would like a chest expansion. But I invite you to simply focus on the lift of your hips. See if you can release your glute muscles and use your hamstrings to drive your thighs higher up towards the ceiling. Press your heels down and forward. Inhale. And exhale. Lower down, knock your knees together, bring your feet out to the width of your mat. You can close your eyes. Maybe place your hands on your belly. And just really feel your breath moving through you. Breaths in and out through the nose. And for our next posture, option to take a second round of bridge. I'll cue through wheel if wheel is in your practice. No matter where you're going, bring your feet back to hip width distance. And if you're going to bridge pose, you can head there now. I'll cue through wheel. Place your palms by your ears so that your fingertips point towards your shoulders. And then from here, right away, stack your elbows over your wrists, drive your heels down, lift your hips up, press your chest back, and then lift your hips higher up towards the ceiling. Again, releasing the glutes, using your hamstrings to lift higher. Letting the head be heavy. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly lower down. Release to Supta Baddha Konasana. Place the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart, and then close your eyes. Just using this moment to acknowledge the beat of your heart and the pace of your breath, and noticing how the two interact with one another. Perhaps you can notice that as you begin to slow your breath, the pace of your heart rate slows as well. Nice. Now place your hands outside your knees and draw your knees in towards one another. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Inhale. And exhale, happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Grab for the insides or outsides of your thighs or your feet. And then just draw your knees closer to your ribs, towards your side bodies, thighs closer to your obliques. I like to grab my big toes with my peace fingers here. Maybe rocking side to side. Bending and extending one leg and then the other, maybe both simultaneously as a final hamstring stretch. And then both knees draw in towards center. From here, extend your left leg out long in front of you. Squeeze the right knee in, inhale. And exhale, supine twist. Draw your right knee across you. And then tee out your right arm. So reach your right fingertips out. Let your chin drop towards the right. And you can close your eyes. Letting this be effortless. We've done enough work today. And just allowing gravity to do the work here. Both knees draw back through center. Give them a little squeeze to reset the spine. And this time the right leg extends out in front of you. Squeeze your left knee in towards your left armpit. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist. Right knee draws across you. Left arm tees out. Chin drops to the left. Now both knees come back in through center. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Touch your forehead to your knees in an expression of gratitude for all that this body has carried you through up to this point in time, to this breath on your mat. Take a full breath in. And exhale, release to Shavasana. Legs extend out to the width of your mat or wider. Take up space. Arms are by your sides. Allow your fingertips to naturally curl inwards and toes to fall outside of heels. We'll stay here for a few slow breaths, and I'll call you out when it's time to move on. Now begin to wiggle the fingertips, wiggle your toes, roll out your wrists and your ankles one direction and then the other. Let your head drop side to side. And then roll to one side for fetal position. Draw your knees towards your chest. Rest your head on your bicep. As you're ready, press yourself up to a seated position. Keep your eyes closed. Legs cross. And then bring your hands to heart center. Just taking this moment to really feel our body as we exit our practice today. Noticing areas of strength, of openness. We'll take a final round of breath together. Inhale. And an open mouth exhale. We bow forward together in solitude and gratitude for one another and for this practice. Namaste.